Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the second-ranked team, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Return starts from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. You'd be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Just a really good job by the corner here, recognizing this wide receiver screen. Because he was so quick to react, when the receiver makes the catch, he's right there to make that tackle.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards of the completion, but now it's 4th down.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that first down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the first down.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. They'll take a deep shot here. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bears. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
Try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the handoff. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to throw it deep. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch made on the left side. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Pass is caught.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Second down after that previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Offense facing second and goal. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
So here we go. After a long drive, it's third and goal. Can they punch it in or settle for 3? He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. Methodical but effective, Kirk. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in a conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it second and medium. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. The short completion to the tight end. And they get him down after the completion.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Quick completion to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
Here we go.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Bears pick up enough yardage for a first down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. Handoff running right. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Goal line formation for the defense.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's swarmed by the defense.
That's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's third and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And we're able to get him down.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on third and goal. It brings us to fourth and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on fourth down. The try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor.
I thought there might be some initial penetration by this defense. The offense decides to run it up the middle. And I got to give all the credit to this back. He saw just where he needed to go, uses that vision to get this touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Good time here to drop this screen into the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Crucial 3rd down play right here. They'll try to run for the first down. He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down to the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
3rd down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Passing efficiency is almost always higher off of play action. And you see why right here. The fake froze the defender for a second, and then the quarterback was able to zip it to the open player.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here's the 2nd down play. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Ball handed off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Here comes a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. It's second down. A handoff to the back. And the Bears pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Trying to create here on the move. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Offense looking to throw the ball. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. We'll keep the offense on the field with 4 seconds to go in the half. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Looks like 1 more play here before halftime. Receiver takes the handoff, tries to make the 3rd down yardage. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
What a first half. We've seen a little bit of everything. These guys have come all the way back. They scored with no time remaining. Now they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's good. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bears will kick this away to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes a quick grab. And now the defense able to bring him down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
That completion sets up a third down play. Can he make it to the marker? He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Try and muscle for the first down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on fourth down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Second down play coming up. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
The offense was moving well, but two incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Short connection to the tight end here. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Pressure is coming. He's looking to scramble. Breaking free at the 35. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
And the Bears getting set on first and 10. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's second and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
The Bears looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Pass caught, can he get in? And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
It is tough on a defense when a quarterback gets out of the pocket and makes the defense have to decide, are we going to rush him or are we going to stay back in coverage? And there, the quarterback was able to keep looking downfield and find a receiver as the defense scrambled to adjust.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Running back has it on a screen now. Touchdown, Bears. And they will claim the second half lead. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the extra point is good, makes it a 21-17 game. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Time for one more play here in the quarter. And there's the handoff. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. On the run, he'll let it go. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Here's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback escapes the pocket, and he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. The gain makes it second and medium. Same tailback, another carry. Tackle, but first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Play action here on first down. Fires it on the move. And he's got it. Tackle made quickly at the 11, but the offense in the red zone now.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. A pre-snap motion from the offense. They're going to run it. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a job by this defense. They would simply not relent. Incredible effort.
Coming up, second down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Arizona. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter, to give them the lead.
PAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
With the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He'll ride the back again here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
We reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Here we go now. A crucial play for both sides. They'll set up at 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast. It puts so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, drops back. And he dumps it off to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. That completion sets up a 2nd down play. Back to throw again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the Bears starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Running back grabs it on the screen. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. Clock is stopped.
Well, Chris, just like this in the 4th quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill, the one-possession game. Every single time you can get 1st downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. And the defense stops the clock with a timeout. 29 seconds left.
Chris, that's positive yards on 1st and goal, which is obviously good. But now we're at this point in the game. Critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
Let's see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Baylor, to claim the lead here in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
BAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. And the offense calls timeout with 17 seconds left. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. On 1st down, it's play action. Quick throw to the left side. Makes the catch downfield. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. And he spikes it to stop the clock.
Brings up 2nd down.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He's got it for a big gain. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's picked off in the end zone. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.